This is the entrance to our Scottish heavy athletics area, where we have the Scottish hammer throw. We're big on having signs out here, so we've done our historical research, and a lot of times, it's the parents reading the signs, maybe explaining it to our kids, but also we have our volunteers read the signs, and we train our volunteers to talk to the kids about, why we're doing all of this, and try to make it fun for the kids. So the hammer throw back there and the weight throw, and of course our favorite sign that we have all over the place: keep calm and remember we're all volunteers. Over here we have the sheaf toss, very similar to the adult version, except that we have these burlap sacks, different sizes, and we use snow shovels of varying sizes. But we have a pretty good version of the sheaf toss. Yeah, and we explain to kids that they're it's based on the Scottish wool industry, and that the idea was to use a pitchfork and a bale of wool to get it off the barn floor and up onto the loft of the barn, so that the water, and the moisture, and also the animal poop, we use the word poop, kids always giggle, would not get all over the wool. And they always think that's a hoot, and they understand why we're doing the sheaf toss, where it came from. This is our stone of strength. We got the lengthy sign with the history of it, which kids don't read, but the parents do sometimes, and our volunteers read and give the version of why we're doing this. It's our varying different size stones, and we have our measurements out, and kind of 5-foot measurements marked on our landscaping strip that we've spiked down into the ground. I always got a little Halloween skeleton that'll be destroyed by the end of the day, but it's $25. And then we've put these boards that used to be used for something else, and we've repurposed them into stopping stones from rolling into the clan tents. And you can see we've braced them, some 2x4s, keep them from having stones roll into things. With both the stone throws and the stone of strength, and the hammer throws, and the weight throw, we like to tell the kids a story of back in the old days. Here's our hammers, which is basically a fence post tied to a 2-inch dowel with a screw, double-edged screw, and a plumbing fitting. And it's pretty good. It's not too heavy. We have different sizes for different size kids. And got our weights. Again, different sizes for different size kids. Got this fence, things will slip back, and we manage the queue. So I got this little one we get some 3-year-olds out here trying to throw a weight, so we use that. And again, we've got a measured distancing with landscape edging, spiked down. But for this, we always tell a story that back in the old days, the English king outlawed weapons in Scotland, and if you were caught with a weapon like a bow and arrow or a sword, you were put to death. So when it came time to fight, the Scots had to use whatever they had around, which would include the smithy hammer, or the raw materials, iron blocks that the smithy used, or just the rocks they would find in the river. They had to learn how to use those to kill a man who was coming at them with a sword or a bow and arrow, running at them. And if the guy with the sword got to them first. They had just brought a knife to a gunfight, so to speak, or a rock to a sword fight. And so they had to learn how to use it with great accuracy at a distance. And so we give them the story of why the Scots had to learn to use these things as weapons. And the kids usually get it when we explain it to it in that fashion. And we demonstrate the technique of how to throw these things at a distance and accurately, just like the big athletes do on the main field. And tomorrow, when we get some kids out here, we'll get some video of them throwing them and our volunteers teaching them how to do that.